What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the wrestling news video on August 18, 2024 on the Sunday for you all today, where I'm going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories, rumors that you Assassinators need to know from the WrestleZone article. And we're going to start off today with some Stone Cold Steve Austin news. And this is the same one from a couple of nights ago. And I know, why am I doing something that's kind of redundant, but yeah, this is a very cool one, and this is one of my favorite wrestling news stories of this week and of all time in professional wrestling. But it says right here, he explains why he didn't appear at WrestleMania 40 this year. Many in the WWE universe expected Stone Cold Steve Austin to appear at WrestleMania 40, but it didn't end up happening. WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin recently sat down with Adrian Hernandez. When asked if WWE reached out about appearing at WrestleMania XL, Austin said it was close to happening, but he had things going on with his wife at the time that made it difficult to pull off. And yeah, and yeah, he immediately replied to Adrian Hernandez's answer by saying, "Oh, it was close, and they certainly reached out to me. Uh, we uh, we had a conversation, but my wife and I had some things going on that I didn't need to go to Philly at the time, but I have said I missed that mania, and God dang, Philly was a good town for me back in the day, and I appreciate those fans." And what's your thoughts on Stone Cold Steve Austin's revelation on why he did not show up at WrestleMania Philly? And do you think you have much more of a better chance of going to next year's WrestleMania and WrestleMania 41, maybe getting involved in an angle, like perhaps with a certain nightmare of this country, uh, a nightmare of this country, along with his former arch rival in the Attitude Era as well. But yeah, let me know in the comment section right down below. And yeah, and the other reason, because it's near where he's resigning at, because he is resigning in the state of Nevada, I believe, because he just said that also in that same interview. But let's move on to the next slide. We got Cameron Brennan, formerly known as Amari Miller, shares how Io Sky and Sumi Sakai helped her land Stardom booking. And I believe this is another wrestling news story that I just talked about like a few days ago too. But I guess I'll talk about it because this is not much of a bad one right here. Fresh off her exit from WWE, Cameron Brennan, FKA NXT's Amari Miller, found herself with an opportunity to tangle up with some international superstars, namely Stardom's Mamo Watanabe, Starlight Kid, AZM, Saya Kamitami, kind of Kamitani, and NJPW's Stephanie Vicker on this occasion, which took place at Stardom's 2024 American Dream event. Brennan teamed up with AZM and Kamitani to challenge the other three in the end, which was Watanabe, Vakur, and Starlight Kid, emerged victorious. But for Brennan, this remains an experience she will never forget. During a recent interview with WrestleZone's Ella J, Brene opened up about the path that led to this opportunity, circling Sumi Sakai and former WWE Women's Champion Io Sky as key players in making it happen. It's like in and she revealed it's funny because I didn't know EO played a part until after the match. Uh, so I met Summy in WWE. I, I she came and did a couple of training sessions, and I guess she had thought I was really good, so I was like, "Thank you," and I had wrestled EO in what to say on twice in one televised and then the Dusty Cup, it was me and Lash versus Kaylee and Io. I don't know if it was something about me to Io that I was just very respectful. I mean, Io and Kaylee altogether have the wrestling career of a whole life period. In full circle opportunity wise, it says 2 years after wrestling Sky in WWE, Brene received a text from Sumi Sakai offering her an opportunity to perform at Stardom. With the Stardom American Dream, Brene excitedly accepted, noting that she was interesting. I mean, or she was interested. Let me rephrase that. Whether she was paid for it or not. Afterward, Sakai revealed that Sky was the figure that recommended Brene for this particular match spot. Like they were like Io said, you were really good. Io was one of that was one that told me about you. Like, and I was like, Io later on, she came up and she's like, you did it so great, Amari. Like, and I was like, Io, thank you for like putting your freaking neck on for your freaking neck for me. I didn't see her because when I got to NXT, she was like 1 foot out of the door. Like she was already doing her own thing, so I didn't know that Io was a person that Sumi reached out to and said my name. Then said my name. I felt so blessed at the time. I was like, "This is great." And what is your thoughts on Amari Miller's comments on the reason why she got a shot in WWE's NXT brand and also get and also what's that and she also got an opportunity in Stardom all thanks to EO and Summy. And do you think she's gonna be more successful in Stardom than she was in WWE? And what do you think? And what do you want to see her next in her post WWE run in her professional wrestling career? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. Let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about. We got some Brian Danielson news, like on if he wins or lose at AEW All In, he feels like the biggest moment of his career. And Brian Danielson says his world title match his world title match at AEW feels like the biggest match and moment of his career. which it does seem like it, not to be funny. Like it's the biggest match in the biggest opportunity and moment and everything, like in spotlight, I should say, like of his career, even over his world title win at WrestleMania 30 10 years ago. I think this is the big over that, like first with that coming second to none. Well, I mean that by a compliment, by the way, when I say that. But anyways, uh, and uh, and at AEW All In, AEW will put it. I mean, at AEW All In, Bryan Danielson will put his career on the line when he challenged for Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Championship. Like, and speaking with the Sun Sport, Bryan Danielson discussed the upcoming match and said, "I'm really looking forward to it. Like this feels to me like the biggest match of my career. I put my career on the line. If I lose, I'm gonna retire. I'm at that stage of my career. If I can't win the AEW World Championship, then I should probably be kind of done. Like so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Like for us, for people of my generation, Wembley is a culturally iconic moment within wrestling. You think back to SummerSlam '92, like and British Bulldog beating Bret Hart in the main event of the Wembley. At Wembley, like last year's was such an incredible event, and I wasn't able to make it because I broke my arm. Like so, yeah, really looking forward to it. Just the experience. So many of the historic wrestling buildings, like I've gotten to wrestle in this year. I actually wrestled in Mexico in the arena Mexico, like for the first time, which was awesome. But Wembley Stadium, I've spent a bunch of times in the UK. I love wrestling here in the UK. But Wembley Stadium is just this extra special thing. And yeah, and Brian Danielson was on wrestling in front of his kids. And Danielson went on to note that putting his career on the line put a positive stress on him to perform at his best. He was then asked whether winning would be the biggest moment of his career. He stated that it would be win or lose. Danielson also stated that wrestling in front of his kids made it even more special. He he added, "Yeah, 100%. Like I think even if I lose, it still feels like the biggest moment of my career. One of the things like that my daughter's gotten to see me wrestle, but it was when she was 2. Like she doesn't remember it. Even they've seen me wrestle on TV, but they've never actually seen me from a seat, like and doing it at Wembley Stadium. Win or lose, this feels like the biggest match of my career. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And what are your thoughts on Brian Danielson? Uh, uh, making a big claim of saying this is the biggest moment. And do you agree with the American Dragon? I sure do, like because this looks like the biggest moment. And the match haven't even it haven't even happened yet, and it seemed like this is going to be the biggest moment for both men in this world title match, which definitely this should definitely main event All In. Just saying because of it getting the most attention in AEW program. But but yeah, let me know what your take onto this in the comment section right down below. This match, yeah, everybody's definitely going to be watching. Everybody is going to be entertained. Everybody's gonna love it. Like with two main event level wrestlers just trying to put both their lives on the line. Like, well, I'm saying that metaphorically in a wrestling metaphor. Like, but they just win the world championship, and with Bryan Danielson trying to do more of it because his career is also on the line as well. So yeah, there's a whole lot of gaining and there's a whole lot of losing at the same time. If whoever wins and whoever loses in this match. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below what's your who think's gonna win. This is a very tough one, but I'm gonna give you my predictions like once next Saturday comes in the go home show of AEW Collision. But for now, let's move on to the next news, which we got more news from one AEW star to another. Now it's Chris Statlander now saying that she would punch Orange Cassidy again if she had to, and yeah, Chris Statlander says like the split from Orange Cassidy and Best Friends was for the greater good. Like the former TBS champion turned heel er, earlier this year, turning her back on Orange Cassidy and the rest of the faction. She is set to team up with her manager Stokely Hathaway. I can't believe this fool is about to compete at the Wembley Stadium event. But speaking of the stadium, like they're gonna be competing later this month, like in a mixed tag team match. That they will take on the duo of Tomohiro Ishii and Willow the Pillow Nightingale the Night and Terror. Like the latter of which Chris Statlander has been feuding with for some time now. Like this bout like will be on the AEW All In pre-show, like and will mark uh, all four women's first appearances at the iconic English football stadium, and Chris Statlander appeared like on the Mark Hoke show, like where she was asked about her current health and the recent breakup, like from Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends. The former TBS championship, no, not the champion, the former TBS champion, I meant to say, noted that her knees like are great, like but that splitting from her friends like broke her down. And she said, yeah, it broke me down. Like, however, it broke me down. Like, but anyway, however, like that it was for the greater good, like, and she has found new people to watch her back in AEW instead. Chris Statlander said she had to do what's best for her, so she did. Everything feels great. I'm a new woman. Like I've got my new knees, like a new attitude, like and I'm ready to take on anyone, like anything, like even Orange Cassidy. Like I'd punched him again, like if I had to. Like when we're going through all that, like it absolutely broke me down inside. It's hard to lose someone, especially to lose multiple people that you care about so much, but ultimately you've got to do what's best. I do it for the greater good. As it hurts to move on, you have to find new relationships, new relationships, new friendships, and new people to have your back. What is your thoughts on Chris Statlander uh, explaining this, like, and yeah, and do you think that she's much more happier than she was teaming with Orange Cassidy in this faction? And do you think she'll ever punch him again? Let me know in the comment section right down below. But one thing I will tell you that she won't be doing again is power bombing me right through a table, whether if it's on AEW Dynamite or I'm not Dynamite. I'll say Fight Forever. My apologies. Whether if it's on AEW Fight Forever or even actually in real life, like real life, if she ever meets me. But either way, let me know in the comment section right down below. But yeah, luckily she wouldn't actually would do that. Let's hope that she wouldn't do that. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed, and yeah, just pray for me in the comments down below because I'm not sure if that will be a guaranteed if I did ever if I did ever cross paths with her in the ring, like even though like I wouldn't, even if I did became a wrestler, like, and if I ever did like encounter Chris Statlander, I'm probably not to worry about her being in an intergender match unless she's been in intergender matches in recent weeks, like whenever that time comes. But it seems like she haven't done that in a while, and I think it's going to stay that way for a little bit. But yeah, let's hope that it stays that way. But let's move on to the next slide. We got Triple H meeting Kevin Durant at Fanatics, like at the Fanatics Fest in New York City, and gives him a Texas Legacy title. Excuse me. That says right here, a game recognized game, as Triple H met up with Kevin Durant at Fanatics Fest in New York, in NYC. Let me rephrase that in the initials, and it says right here in a tweet. WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H shared a clip in which he met NBA star Kevin Durant backstage at the convention. He gave him a Texas Longhorn Legacy Custom Championship belt, and Durant expressed his excitement. And you can see it right here onto this video on that Triple H posted on his X account.
I always wanted one of these. Got your own now. So you got that burnt orange on there too? Appreciate that. Man, it's tough. Making this up ASAP.
And yeah, that was very generous of Triple H to give him such a gift. Like, yeah, like I think that meant so much to him, even more to his NBA championship rings and trophies that he won from the last few years. And not dogging on that, just saying, because like this is like the biggest I'll say not achievement, but the biggest the largest treasure that he could ever receive from anybody. Yeah, like of him being such a great basketball player and athlete in general. But anyways, yeah, Durant is a two-time NBA champion, and a former and a former NBA MVP. He is also a 14-time All-Star, among other accolades. Jalen Brunson, on potential match, in the match, talking about him could wrestle in a match potentially, whether if it's in WWE or maybe elsewhere. But we're gonna get in that right now. But before I get into it, let me ask you, what was your thoughts onto this video, and for those fans that are in NYC, did you got a chance to see both of them and at the Fanatics convention, or did you find some other athletic celebrities that were there, whether if they were from the NFL, NBA, WWE? Yeah, let me know what your take is. Did you saw a Cody Rhodes or who else was there? Like name NBA players like Jason Tatum, LeBron James, Stephon Curry, or NFL players like I heard Tom Brady was there. But do you think there's any other football players was there? Well, one thing for sure that their players did not went there because they had their preseason games that were on. So I don't think there was much of NFL players were there, like unless they were like retired legends like Brady. But we had like yeah, they had. But I can name all the WWE wrestlers that were there, like which was Cody Rhodes, Bianca Belair, Bailey, CM Punk, who else? L.A. Knight, and others that was at the Fanatics Fest. Like I can tell you that for sure. That was they who was there. But yeah, let me know in the comments below for those that went there. Like and how was your experience there? I hope y'all had fun yesterday. and and yeah, let's move on to the next slide. And the NBA star like Jalen Brunson like previously appeared at WWE SmackDown in Madison Square Garden on June 28th while speaking on the Ringer Wrestling Show. I meant to say, speaking on the Ringer Wrestling Show at Fanatics, like at the Ringer Wrestling Show at Fanatics Fest NYC. He was recently asked about potentially getting in the ring. Brunson teased that it was a possibility. Again, he had this to say in response: "I'm never going to say never. Like I'm never gonna say never. But I mean, but man, maybe I'm never gonna say maybe we can speak it like into existence. Maybe we can." And do you think that Mr. Mr. Jalen Brunson's gonna be making a appearance in the square circle, whether if it's WWE or someplace else? Perhaps it could be their arch rival promotion. Well, I'm not sure if he's even into that company, let alone knowing what it is. Not trying to be funny or make fun of it, but yeah, he's probably more of a WWE guy. So I think he could go to WWE, like considering he was in attendance there and he got involved with him. I believe like was he was getting with him getting involved like into the what segment was it? It was with Logan Paul, I believe. Was it? Let me know in the comments. But anyways, we got Tony Khan news now. Like as he says he has not met with Shane McMahon since initial conversations. And we got the AEW president discusses meeting up with with the son of his former rival, the son of his former rival chairman, I should say, like which is Shane McMahon, like and says that they have not spoken in person since then. Speaking on the the Batter show, like in AEW CEO Tony Khan was asked about meeting with Shane McMahon. Like, and he noted that it remains only time that they have met in person. He was also asked about the picture like of the meeting like getting leaked, and he had this to say in in a reply. That was the first time we ever met. Like, yes, that is the only time we've ever met. Like, not since no, like it's been a very busy time since then. Like on many levels. Like, so that's the only time we've met in person. I really enjoyed talking with him. I didn't not place that call from inside the house. Somebody did just pop in like and take the photo. Like it was kind of weird. Like and Tony Khan then added like, it's not top secret. I just wanted to talk. And then continued by noting that he thought that someone who worked at the airport took the picture. He then reiterated that it reiterated that the conversation was not a secret. Okay. Come on. Sorry about starting to be stuck. Come on. Excuse me.